All right, we're gonna do a driving video of our Daytona Violet M5 Touring. This has been a personal car of mine for the last 2 years. I do not want to sell it, but some life changes I'm making are forcing its sale. Life changes in the form of an airplane, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to find a new owner for this, fortunately for you. For my personal cars, I like cars that are very presentable, very sorted, but have a few flaws so I can use them. I don't like the very top tier examples. I would describe this car as probably a 7 to 8 out of 10 example. It's got some flaws, it's got some rock chips on the front, it's got some imperfections in the interior, but it's usable. And the biggest shame with the classic BMW market and the rapid appreciation that is experienced over the last few years is the top tier examples that have become so valuable you can't use them. Here we have a normal street driving, nice right hand on ramp. I'm going about 40, rolling into maintenance throttle, going in the road. And we'll take it to red line. We're not there yet. Still not there. There it is, 7,000 RPMs. And that was in second gear and I'm doing 70. So shut it back down, going into traffic. The place that this car really shines is on the highway. It'll go around corners way better than a car that's this heavy, this big, this old, and this much a wagon should. This thing is in its element in high-speed sweepers and just out on the open road. So we're gonna keep going here a little bit and try to find some of that open road so I can demonstrate its ability. But in the meantime, a little bit of a backstory. So this is a personal car. I purchased this 2 years ago. Somebody called, somebody I didn't know got my number. The voice on the other line said, "Do you want to buy an M5 Touring?" And I said, yes. Yes, I do want an M5 Touring. And I bought the car sight unseen. The backstory was it was originally imported in the early 2000s. At the time, it was federalized. So unlike a lot of European cars, the speedometer's in miles per hour and the odometer is also in miles. Amber indicator lights were added at that point. We've since replaced those with the correct clear European front and rear indicator and tail lights. And I've owned it since then. I added the M system wheels, European mirrors with the convex blind spots are really nice. I think they transformed the car, and I've just enjoyed it. When this light changes, if traffic allows, we'll do a couple red line pulls, and then we'll go a little bit farther up the road and we can do some backcountry farm roads. So that's first. Second. This is the kind of car that it doesn't feel fast, but it's pretty damn fast. You know, back in the early 90s when this was released, I don't think there were many wagons that could hold a candle to the real deal, the M5 wagon. And it's got such tall gearing with the 5-speed. It's especially nice because you really don't need to change gears. Like here I'm in 5th, I'm doing 75, I'm revving 3,000 RPM, and I'm right at the bottom of the power band. So if I wanted to pass someone, I just add a little bit of gas, the torque kicks in, and off we go. And that's one of the nicer features with the larger displacement of the European 3.8 liter S38. And going down the road at 80, it's quiet. The ride, like I said, is a little bit firm. You can probably see that in the camera shake. But it doesn't have horrible rattles. It doesn't have horrible intake, engine, or exhaust noise. It's just a really civilized driver. And that's kind of what the M5 did. It was the supercar that you could use every day, and if you were lucky enough to be able to afford one of the 830 or so examples, you could get it in a wagon. It was also, the E34 was the last hand-built M car. So this was the last car that was taken off the regular factory production line and taken over to the M production line and then transformed into an M wagon. So you can brag about that to all the modern BMWs and local cars and coffee. The M5 Touring, it got still bigger brakes over the US spec M5. They're really nice, typical BMW brake feel and bias. Do a little bit of a late braking here. So for me, this car is a legacy car. It was the realization of a dream. I've missed a few of them. This one came to me. In my time that I've had it, I've made it better, and now I want to find somebody who will appreciate it and share my enthusiasm for just how rare and unique it is. Life is short, and one thing that we offer here with these types of cars is the experience to smile. Cars like this should just really make you smile. And I can't look at this and not smile, much less drive it. Every time I drive it, I feel special. And the reason why is because it is special. It's a very special vehicle. It's unique. Nobody else has one, and it's a wagon. So here we're coming up onto a on-camber right-hander. I'm in third gear, revving about 3,500 RPM. I'll do a little bit of braking, downshift into second, roll into maintenance throttle, and then full throttle on the exit. The rev band's so good I don't even need to shift a little bit more braking. Mid-corner, roll into maintenance throttle, full throttle on the exit. We're not even chirping a tire. A big 5 Series wagon, it should not do that. It should definitely not do that. And we just did it with enough room for 5 adults comfortably and 2 dogs in the back. Name a car that can do that and be as cool as this one.